Hello, shrimp people. Welcome back to Shrimp Life. Today, I wanted to share with you guys a little something that I haven't shared with anyone really ever before on this channel. And that is that, yes, I do keep one tank with fish and shrimp. The secret is out. The cat is out of the bag. And today I just sharing this with you guys because I wanted to kind of give you guys some tips and tricks for helping your shrimp be comfortable, live their best lives, thrive, and increase the chances of baby survival when you have a community fish and shrimp tank. Now, there are definitely really important things that contribute to this success, and that is the type of fish that you choose and how lushly planted your aquarium is. You really want tons of cover, and as well keeping your fish well fed. I find those three things greatly impact the level of success that you're probably going to see in terms of baby survival. And yeah, one without the other, you're probably going to see more chances that you don't have little baby shrimps around. So now, a lot of these shrimps, as you can see, are adults, and the fish definitely don't bother them because I chose fish that relatively aren't too pesky when they're happy and well fed. So the fish that I have in this aquarium are scarlet endlers. I have some chili rasboras and some pygmy corydoras. And then I have one other fish in here. I believe it's an emerald rasbora, just one singleton living his best life as a bachelor. So yeah, what I really recommend is like going totally crazy with the plants, like totally decking out your tank with plants, going crazy, going nuts, going bananas, plants, plants, plants. And this tank in particular is a 20-gallon long. It has tons of plants, including bulbitis, java fern, bucephalandra, anubias, and I'm talking a lot, fully loaded, tons of plants. Tons of different mosses. It has rockwork. It has woodwork. And it also has botanicals. All of these different plants and hardscape and stuff like that provide tons of nooks and crannies in this aquarium, which is perfect for shrimp who need to hide, need a safe place, and especially baby shrimp. If a baby shrimp is born in those plants or under that rock or close to that rock where it can hide from fish, it definitely increases the chances that it's going to survive until it's a size where it can no longer be predated on. So it's important to know that a mature tank is important because when the babies are hiding in the plants and the moss, they're eating all the little bits that are in there, little leftover food particles, biofilm, algae. They're eating all these little tiny things, and then they're just growing up, and eventually they wander out of their ball of moss or their plant or from under their rock, and they venture out into the tank where all the fish are, and they just won't fit into the fish's mouth. So that's what I really aim for, is to give lots of hiding places. Of course, baby shrimp are going to get eaten. This is a given, and this is a risk you're going to take whenever you add fish and shrimp together. But giving all those hiding places and making sure that you pick the right type of fish and you're feeding your fish really well will significantly decrease the chance that that's going to happen. So all of these shrimp are what are referred to as cull shrimp. So I don't really mix colors of shrimp. All of my shrimp I breed for color and quality. So regularly I do what's called culling. I go and look at all the tanks and I see which shrimp don't really meet the standard for color or have some kind of patterning that I don't like and that I don't want to pass on to future generations of shrimp. And I pull them out, and I used to just sell them. I used to round up all the culls and just sell them as low quality cull shrimp for really, really cheap to other hobbyists who wanted to try low quality shrimp out. And but now I decided, okay, we're going to try a community tank. I've done this before, so I kind of know the results of what will happen. But I wanted to basically have a tank where I could show you guys what can happen if you do it properly and if you make the right choices for your fish and shrimp. I totally am the type of person who wants whatever livestock I have to thrive and to be compatible. And while I realize some of the little baby shrimp might get eaten, which is just a fact when you keep fish and shrimp together, you can definitely keep your shrimp happy. Like the shrimp are all out on the front of this tank, as you can see right now. All the fish are very active, swimming around the top of the tank. Shrimp are more of like lower level, and then the other fish that I have are more mid to high level fish. I have, I think I already mentioned what I had actually. Anyways, I have the scarlet endlers, I have the chili rasboras, and I have the dwarf corydoras, the pygmy corydoras, which I find to be a very good combination so far, and I'll definitely report back with what happens in the next month or two. As you can see, there's a lot of breeding action been going on in here, lots of buried mamas, so we'll definitely get to see the results. I would say 1 to 2 months we'll see if a lot of the babies survived or not. But I already have an idea because one of the mamas that I put in here had babies. One brown shrimp that I put in here from my black rose tank, she was brown, so I pulled her out. She was already buried in the black rose tank, but I pulled her out because I didn't really want her passing her genetics on in there. Anyways, I put her in here, and she had all the little brown and black shrimp that you see here that aren't full-size adults. Those are all her babies. I did not see one baby until now. They all started coming out at this size, so they've been hiding, munching away on all the goodies and the plants and the rocks, and then they decided when the coast was clear and it was safe, they came out, and they're doing great. So I'm hoping for the same results with that. Now, my scarlet endlers are actually starting to have babies as well, so I'm not sure if you've noticed. There's been probably a couple of little baby endlers that came into the frame here, but they're very cute too. They actually spend quite a bit of time hiding when they're really little and kind of venturing through the plants, which is really cute. So I do enjoy keeping them together. As the scarlet endler population starts to grow, though, it's just something to keep in mind that it's a possibility that the more endlers there are, the more baby shrimp eating could happen. So the tank is not like 10,000 gallons. It's only 20 gallons. So got to be careful and keep mindful of what's going on in here as the population of fish also increases. It also increases chances of predation. There are fish that I would never ever recommend that you keep with shrimp, despite what anybody says. Oh, I kept this with this and it went great. It's just certain fish, there's a super high risk of something happening to your shrimp, and I don't really think it's fair to put your shrimp in the line fire, stress them out, harass them, kill them. It's not, hey, I'm a shrimp lady, okay? To me, that's just not right, and to a lot of people, every living creature deserves to be treated equally and given the proper husbandry and environment. So putting a betta fish in a 3-gallon tank with 5 shrimp, this just not it just kind of upsets me when I see that, because you're really, really taking a super high risk that your shrimp are going to be uncomfortable, they're going to be stressed out, or they're going to get predated on. So just always remember there's a lot of factors to successful shrimp and fish keeping. Like I said, one of them is the type of fish you choose. One of them is the type of tank and how many plants and cover you have. And the other one is making sure that everything is balanced. You don't have 10,000 fish in a tank with all those shrimp. They're definitely going to get picked on. So as you can see, this male endler is not even that big. He's a little bit bigger than the biggest female shrimps in here. So, but the female endlers are pretty big, pretty hulky. So bulky, hulky, you know what I mean. They're just pretty big. So everything's going good so far, and I guess we'll just wait and see what happens, and I'll let you guys know what happens. But listen, just because somebody said, oh, I kept this and this together, doesn't mean that you should do it, or doesn't mean that you should try it. And you have to remember, a lot of people who have these super superior levels of success have super planted tanks. So they say, oh, I kept my betta fish named Mo, and he's like an angel with the shrimp, and he's like their best friend, and the shrimp take brides on his back through the aquarium. Well, okay. That's beautiful, but let me tell you, that's pretty rare. That might happen. So normally a betta fish is pretty spunky, pretty aggressive, and pretty much a shrimp killer. And I'll just lay it out just like that. And I trust me, I have betta fish. I love them. But that's just not a combination I'm willing to risk or try out. Okay? So hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know that I don't want you guys to think that I'm like super stuck up and I'm trying to preach about what you guys should do and shouldn't do. I'm just giving you my perspective as somebody who absolutely loves and keeps shrimp and wants all of my inhabitants to have a fair shot at life and in a good environment and a good, life basically. So as you can see, the shrimp are out eating. They've been out here actually for like 2 hours. They've been just enjoying themselves. So hope you guys are having a wonderful Sunday. It's Valentine's Day, so happy Valentine's Day to everybody out there. And hope you guys are having a great day. And actually, it's snowing here where I live. It's been snowing for days. It's super duper duper cold. And I'm going to go watch a Sunday night movie, get warm, and hope you guys are having a great night. And I will talk to you guys later.